All right, what is going on, y'all? Today, it is time to do my 2022 March Madness prediction. It is time to fill out the bracket. I love doing this every year. And tournament starts off tomorrow with the first four. So very excited for this. I believe. Oh man, but yeah, tournament will start off tomorrow with the first four, and yeah, but let's get underway. Very excited for this tournament. Love doing these predictions every year. Tell me who you think is going to win it all, or maybe your first four is going to be in the comments section. Let's get underway. All right. So, well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do a prediction I like doing. I like doing these predictions with the playing games. Why not? So, Indiana and Wyoming, which is like all the way down here. I think the winner of this game is going to be Indiana. I like what I've seen from them so far. They're looking hot. They honestly played very good against Iowa the other day. Just fell short. And I think they'll pull it away with the win in that game. And that's going to be the matchup for that one. St. Mary's in Indiana. Notre Dame and Rutgers. I think Notre Dame is going to come in this game. This is going to be a good game, by the way. But I think Notre Dame's going to come into this game and bounce back after a tough loss to Virginia Tech. So, I see them coming out with a win. I think this matchup here is going to be Notre Dame and Alabama. All right. Let's see. Another one. Let's do this one right here. Wright State and Bryant. Haven't paid much attention to any of these teams, but from what I've heard, Bryant has been really good this year. And I've seen a couple of their highlights. They don't look bad. So I'll give Bryant the win there. That'll be that matchup there. And then Texas Southern and Texas A&M CC. I'm going to go with Texas Southern only because I've never heard of that other team before, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Texas Southern in this game right here because I've actually heard of them before. Okay, next up. Now we got the full bracket. Now let's get some of these underway. 1 seed Gonzaga and 16 seed Georgia State. I'm going to be going with. Whoops, hold on. I am going to be going with Gonzaga in this one. Georgia. I mean, you never know. We've seen a 1 seed beat. We've seen a 1 seed. Ooh. You never know. We've seen 1 seeds lose. We've seen a 1 seed lose to a 16 seed before, and that team was projected to win it all. I think they were the number 1 overall seed that year, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they weren't, but either way, they were 1 seed and lost, and no one was expecting that. So you never know. But nah, I see Gonzaga winning this one pretty easily. 8 seed Boise State, 9 seed Memphis. I'm going to go with Boise State in this game because I haven't been impressed with Memphis this year. They have really struggled, and I just see Boise State pulling away here. Do I think this is going to be a good game, though? Yes. Now we got 5 seed UConn and 12 seed New Mexico State. This is a tough one for me to pick. But I'm going to do it. I am going to go with UConn now. Do not be surprised if New Mexico State does pull off the upset. I could very... I could very well see that happening. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. Whew, it's hot in here. Alright, anyways, I could very well see that happening. And I want to do it, but I think UConn is a really good team, and I think they're going to pull away and bounce back in this one. Give me UConn a close game. Arkansas and Vermont, another one. I think Vermont could very well win this game, and watch out for the upset. I just don't see them seeing it being enough for Vermont, and I do think in the end they are gonna maybe slip up, and I see Arkansas pulling away in this one. Alabama and Notre Dame. I see even if Rutgers win this game, I see Rutgers winning that one too. Either way, I got Notre Dame moving on to the second round, beating Alabama. I'm not a fan of Alabama this year. They're really not that great. They're an overrated team in my opinion. Texas Tech and Montana State. I got Texas Tech in this one. Really good team this year. A lot of fun to watch, and definitely think this team could definitely get to maybe they could go far for sure. They got a good team. Now this is a tough game to pick. Michigan State and Davidson. Two good teams, and this is a great matchup. I don't know who to pick here. Both teams are coming off for tough losses, first off. But I'm going to go with Michigan State in this one. I see Michigan State pulling off the win in a close game. It's going to be really close. And then Duke and Cal State Fulkerson. I'm going to go with Duke in this one, obviously. Shouldn't be hard for them to get out of here. I think they'll bounce back with this one for sure. And, wait, hold on. There we go. Okay. Now we're in the East region. Baylor and Norfolk State. I got Baylor in this one. And then North Carolina and Marquette. I'm going to go with North Carolina here. One, I guess, yeah, biased, but number two, I definitely think we'll get some revenge here. It's going to be a tough game. Don't get me wrong. We could still very well lose this game. But I think we're going to bounce back. We're going to get back in that momentum, and I think we're going to come out and get a big win here. And then St. Mary's and Indiana. This is going to be a good game if this ends up happening. Indiana looking hot. St. Mary's looking really good. I am going to go and say St. Mary's wins this, but don't be surprised if Indiana comes in first. If they win their playing game and they come in and beat St. Mary's, that could very well happen. And then UCLA and Akron, I got UCLA in this one. Pulling off the win and moving on to play St. Mary's. Now, Texas and Virginia Tech. I think this is going to be a good game here, but Virginia Tech is just looking too hot right now. They are looking good. They look incredible right now. They just beat Duke. They're the ACC tournament champs. I like what I've seen from them, and I think they're going to pull it off and beat Texas. I really think they're actually going to do it. Haven't liked what I've seen from Texas lately, to be honest. Oops, wrong one. Let me go up here. There we go. I mean, it don't matter, but yeah. And then Purdue and Yale, I got Purdue in this one. Yale could compete in this one. I just don't see them pulling away here. I just don't see that having it. I don't see it having enough. So we'll get the Purdue the win here. And then Murray State and San Francisco. I got Murray State. You better take them seriously. I'm telling you, Murray State is looking good. I'm just saying, y'all, they're looking good. And they can I have them winning that. So, moving on to play Murray State. What was that? Let's go to the other side of the bracket. Arizona and Bryant. I got Arizona in this one. Moving on. And then Seton Hall and TCU. First off, great matchup. But I got TCU in this one. They're one of my sleeper teams that I think a lot of people aren't taking seriously. I would watch out from TCU if I were you as well. I think they could very well make a deep run if you don't watch out for them. Don't sleep on them. I wouldn't sleep on them if I were you. They're looking pretty good. And then Houston and UAB. I'm going to go with Houston in this one. Now, don't get me wrong. UAB could very well come out there and just take that upset as well. But I got to go with Houston in this one. And Illinois and Chattanooga. Call me crazy. Upset alert here. I got Illinois, but do not be surprised if Chattanooga comes into that game and pulls off the upset. Well, of course you're going to be surprised. Like, here's the thing. Here's the cool thing about the upsets in this tournament. It's random. It's out of nowhere. And it's just always so shocking and crazy. You're going to know how I feel about this. I think Colorado State's going to absolutely trounce Michigan. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, yeah. Colorado State moving on. Tennessee and Longwood. I got Tennessee in this one. And then Ohio State and Loyola Chicago. This is also another tough game to pick. But I am going to go out and I am going to say Loyola Chicago is going to come out with the win. I see them pulling off this upset here. I see them doing it. And I have them beating Ohio State. And then Villanova and Delaware. Villanova. Don't have to say much on this one. And, yeah. All right. One more region to go. And then we're off to the second round. Kansas and Texas Southern. I got Kansas in this one. Nine seed Creighton and 8 seed San Diego State. I got Creighton in this one. They look really good. They fought hard in the Big East Championship game against Villanova. They really did. I think they're gonna be fine. I think they'll go in that game and pull off a good win. You know what? I'm gonna go with it right here. I think the Richmond Spiders are gonna pull off the upset over Iowa, the Big Ten tournament champs. I think they're gonna do it. I loved what I saw from them against Davidson today, and I'm gonna have them move on. Or, whoops, wrong seed. And I'm going to have them move on. I really think they're going to do it. Providence and South Dakota State. You know what? Come on. You got to be risky. I'm going to do it. Look, I like what I've seen for Providence. But you know what? It's March and anything can happen. I'm going to go out and say South Dakota is going to come out here with the win. What's much March Madness without the big upsets? This is going to be my big upset right here. I see this happening. Providence, it looks like they have fallen apart a bit. And I think they're going to go, going into this game, South Dakota State's going to win. I'm calling it. Let's see. LSU and Iowa State. I got LSU in this one. Iowa State, I haven't been too impressed. Like, earlier in the season, they impressed me. Now, not so much. So, I am going to have LSU win. Wisconsin and Colgate. Again, I got Wisconsin this one, but I don't know what to think about them this year yet. I still don't. I don't know how to feel about them. We'll see how far they go in the tournament, but I do think they're going to come out here and win this game. Then USC and Miami. I'm going to go with Miami in this one. Look, they got a good team. If they can keep on playing like they've been playing, and Isaiah Wong can just wake up and fix himself after that struggling he had, and overall the ACC tournament, but against Duke, I think they're going to be fine. They're going to make a big run. Here's the thing about Miami. Here's the thing. If Isaiah Wong would have played like he played against, like, if Isaiah Wong plays like he did against Duke, it's going to be hard for Miami to go far. If Isaiah Wong plays like he has done in the other games and throughout the regular season, they're going to be fine. Because I've said it multiple times. If Isaiah Wong had a great game against Duke, they would have beaten Duke. Yeah. Miami's got a good team. And then 2 seed Auburn and 15 seed, Jacksonville State. I got Auburn coming out with the win, and now we are up in the second round. So, yeah. All right. Moving on. To the second round. Let's go all the way up here to the West region. 1 seed Gonzaga and 8 seed Boise State. Sorry, Boise State. I just don't see enough from y'all either, and I Gonzaga moving on. Yeah, Gonzaga, they're a team again this year. It's going to be tough to beat them no matter who you are. And we said it every year, and then there's that one team who knocks them out. 5 seed UConn and 4 seed Arkansas. I'm going to have UConn moving on. I like what I've seen from them this year. I really, really do. And I think they're going to come out, move on, and win this game. And they will move on to play Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. Notre Dame and 3 seed Texas Tech. This ends up being a matchup here. This is going to be a good one. I am going to go with Texas Tech, but hear me out for a second. Notre Dame's a good team. Do not be surprised. It wouldn't, in a way, to be honest, it wouldn't shock me if they could end up beating Texas Tech, but Texas Tech, I think, is just going to be too good for them, and I think they'll move on. And going to the Sweet 16. Michigan State and Duke. I think this would be a great game if this ends up happening. But I do think Duke is going to pull away in the end, and they will move on to the Sweet 16 to play Texas Tech. Whoa. Hold on. There we go. Wait, let me move that up right there. Okay, there we go. Okay. Baylor and North Carolina. Look. If we win our game in the first round against Marquette and move on and play Baylor, which more than likely, if we win, we play Baylor. I think we could very well beat them. Baylor, has struggled lately from what I've seen. Didn't win the Big 12 tournament championship. I don't think they won a game at all. Maybe they did. I don't know. But look, if we can play like we did in that 6-game winning streak, if we can play like we did against Duke, we can make it far. If we can compete in this game, but if we lose, that's fine. I would love to win this game. We could very well win this game if this ends up happening. And I hope that happens. But you got, whenever you do from a biased standpoint, I think we win. But from a realistic standpoint, which when you do these brackets, you do need to be overall, you do need to be realistic in this stuff. Sadly, I do have Baylor knocking us out and moving on to the Sweet 16. St. Mary's and UCLA. UCLA is a good team, but I'm calling it right now. I have St. Mary's moving on to the Sweet 16. I'm telling y'all, They look so good right now. They really do. I got them moving on. Oh, man. Okay. We got a good one here. Virginia Tech and Purdue. Virginia Tech is a hot team right now. Just got done winning the ACC. They have shooters. And they are what? They only lost 2 games in their last 14, 15, 16 games or something like that. It's insane. They are hot. They could very well beat Purdue in this game, and Purdue could very well beat Virginia Tech. This is a tough one for me to pick, and it could go either way. But I'm gonna go out and say it. I had Purdue winning this, but man, I could very well see Virginia Tech if that matchup happens. First off, I could see them very well pulling away and beating Purdue. But I think Purdue is gonna be too much for them, and they're gonna move on. Murray State and Kentucky. You got to have that Cinderella, I'm calling it. Murray State will get the upset against Kentucky. And I have them moving on to the Sweet 16. I'm telling y'all, watch out for Murray State. All right, let's get to the other side here. TCU and Arizona. Again, you know what? This could go either way. I'm gonna have Arizona win this, but I would probably watch out, and you could definitely pick Arizona losing that game. I could see that happening, but I'm gonna have them move on. And then let's see. You know what? No. You always have that one seed who gets out earlier than expected. And you know what? Again, take some risks. I'm going to go with TCU here. Because, I don't know. I don't see another one seed losing or getting out early. This is tough for me. You know what? No. I'll have... Whoops. What'd I do? Oh, yeah. You know what? Here. You know what? I'll have Arizona move on here. But it's tough. That's a tough one for me, actually. Okay. So, I have Arizona moving on to the Sweet 16. Houston and Illinois. I'm going to go ahead and have Illinois. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me think about this. This is a tough matchup. This is a tough one for me, actually. You know what? No, I'm going to say it. Screw it. I think Houston's going to move on. I really like what I've seen from Houston this season. They've had some slip-ups, but I really like what I've seen from them. Haven't paid too much attention to Illinois, and I'm not too impressed with them, to be honest. So, I'm going to have them move on. I'm going to have Houston move on here. And then, let's see, Colorado State and Tennessee. I'm going to have Tennessee move on here. Don't get me wrong, Colorado State's a great team, but I have just enjoyed watching Tennessee lately, and they are looking good. So I have them moving on to the Sweet 16. Loyola Chicago and Villanova. Now, Villanova's looking good this year. Loyola Chicago is one of those teams who could very well make a deep run, and they could very well win this game. I see Villanova being too much for them. And I hate to say it, but Villanova will move on and play Tennessee in Sweet 16. Oops. Hold on. Wrong one. Alright, hold on a minute, y'all. All right.
Let's get to your 8-9 matchup in the Greensboro region. It's Miami. The Canes get the at-large bid versus South Florida.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm also looking at the women's tournament because they're getting out the brackets right now, and I want to see who UNC's playing.
NCAA tournament appearance. So congratulations, ladies. You all are dancing. Shall we get to the 5 to the 4 seed matchup? Here we go. Number 4, Arizona taking on UNLV.
Okay. So we're moving on. Kansas and Creighton. I have Kansas moving on here. I think a lot of people are actually sleeping on Kansas this year. I don't think they've got enough credit. I'm really excited to see them play in this tournament. Well, just found out the North Carolina women's basketball team will be playing Stephen F. Austin. They're the 5 seed. We're with South Carolina.
We start there with the 3 seed. It's Iowa State. They'll be facing UT Arlington. Of course, the Cyclones get the Big 12 at-large bid.
So, yeah. But anyways, back to it. Let's see who we got here. So, yeah, I have them moving on, beating Creighton. Interesting one here. Richmond and South Dakota State. I got Richmond moving on in this matchup to the Sweet 16, playing Kansas. All right. We have Richmond moving on in that game, without a doubt. So, yeah. And then let's see. Moving on down here, LSU and Wisconsin. Again, I have Wisconsin winning this, but I don't know what to think of them still. Again, I don't know how far they'll go. I could be right. They could lose in the first round. They could make it all the way to the championship. Who knows? Yeah. And then Auburn and Miami. Again, Miami's a really good team, y'all. And this is a tough one for me to pick, but I am going to have Auburn moving on in this one. Miami could very well pull it off, but I just see Auburn getting a win here. Yeah. Okay. Sweet 16 matchup set. All right. So 1 seed Gonzaga and 5 seed UConn. I got Gonzaga in this one. Moving on to the Elite 8. So we'll go here. And boom. Okay. Texas Tech and Duke. I got Texas Tech moving on here. Honestly, don't get me wrong. Duke is also a good team, but haven't been impressed with them lately. Ever since the Duke North Carolina game on March 5th, they struggled to beat. Sorry, my phone's going off right now. Ignore that. Ignore my ringtone. What the heck? I'm. Oh man, someone was just calling me. Sorry about that, y'all. It's all good. It's all good. Oh man. I don't know. In all seriousness, though, here, in case that happens again. Okay. Actually, let me turn off my thing so you don't have to hear it. My sound is on right now. Alright. Just, yeah. Oops. Okay. But no, what I was saying is they struggled to beat Syracuse, who did not do well this season. They struggled to beat Miami, which is a good team, and then they just got trounced by Virginia Tech. I see Texas Tech pulling off the win here. Again, it's just going to be the same thing. They're going to be looking over their heads. A lot of pressure on this team because it's Coach K's last year. And and don't get me wrong, I know I'm a UNC fan, so it could be from a biased standpoint. I'm just being realistic here. So I do see them moving on. And also, even if they win this, look who they have to play next. Don't get me wrong, though. Duke did beat Gonzaga earlier in the year. But I don't think they could do it twice. So, yeah. Baylor and St. Mary's. Doing it. St. Mary's will defeat Baylor. I'm calling it. First one seed to be knocked out will be in the Sweet 16. And it's going to be Baylor losing to St. Mary's. I'm calling it, y'all. St. Mary's is looking mighty good. And then in this one, Murray State and Purdue. Again, I'm calling it right here. I have Murray State moving on to the Elite Eight to play St. Mary's. Now let's get to the other side. Okay. Arizona and Houston. Again, another one seed to be knocked out. I'm going to call it, you know, I am going to call it. I'm going to call a little bit of an upset right here. Because because it's March Madness. Anything can happen. I think Houston's going to move on and beat Arizona. And I have them moving on to the Elite Eight. Oh, goodness. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright, anyways. 3 seed Tennessee and 2 seed Villanova. I will have Villanova defeating Tennessee and moving on to the Elite Eight. Like what I've seen from them lately. So I have them beating Tennessee. And one more Elite Eight matchup. One more Elite Eight matchup to get set up. In the Midwest. Number 1, Kansas and the 12th seed, Richmond Spiders. Sorry, Richmond, but your run does come to an end. I have Kansas winning this. Moving on to the Elite Eight. And then as for Wisconsin and Auburn, I have Auburn winning this and moving on to the Elite Eight. Wait, wrong one. 2 seed. So here are my Elite Eight matchups. 1 seed Gonzaga, 3 seed Texas Tech, 5 seed St. Mary's, 7 seed Murray State, 2 seed Auburn, 1 seed Kansas, and 5 seed Houston, and 2 seed Villanova. And this one right here, not a surprise. I think I'm gonna have Gonzaga coming out here, and I have them. Wait. Yeah. And I have them moving on to the Final Four. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyways. I have Gonzaga moving on to the Final Four. St. Mary's and Murray State. I'm sorry, Murray State, but your run comes to an end, and I have St. Mary's winning, and I have them going to the Final Four to play Gonzaga. Alright, up here, Houston and Villanova. Sorry, but your run will come to an end, Houston. I have Villanova moving on to the Final Four. Now that's one team left to make it. Let's see. Kansas or Auburn. I have Kansas moving on to the Final Four. And my Final Four, I got Gonzaga, St. Mary's, Villanova, and Kansas. So here we go. Gonzaga and St. Mary's. I hate that I want to pick them so bad, but I want to pick St. Mary's so bad, y'all. I want to pick them so bad. They beat Gonzaga earlier in the season, so they can do it. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it happening. Well, I do see it happening. I do. But sadly, I just think Gonzaga is going to be in this one. They know they know what to do. They're going to be hungry for a title. And I think they will move on to the national championship game again. And then Kansas and Villanova, I'm calling it. I got Kansas moving on to the national championship to play Gonzaga. I love what I've seen from Kansas this year, y'all. And I have them moving on to the national championship. So we have 2-1 season at Gonzaga and Kansas. If this happens, this will be an amazing game. But in the end, I think Gonzaga is going to finally do it. And I have them as your 2022 national champions. I really think this is their year. I think they're going to finally do it. And I have Gonzaga winning it all. I'm telling y'all, I like what I've seen from them. And I have them moving on. Well, not moving on. I have them winning the national championship. And, yeah, so tell me, what are your thoughts on this bracket that I made? Here, I'm going to slowly go down for y'all. Here, you know what? I'm going to put an X over the first 4 teams that I think they're going to lose. And then that'll make more sense to y'all. So the X that's over the first 4 teams are the teams I think is going to lose in their play-in games. So right there, and then 2 more to go. I have them losing. And then right here. Okay, so I'm going to slowly go down, let you see it one more time. So here it is, all the way down. Slow down a little bit. And then there's the Final Four. And my national champion. And, yeah. So, hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, I love doing making a bracket every year. It's so much fun. I love doing this, y'all. And I just really enjoy it. So thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. And good luck to everyone making the brackets. Tell me who your national champion is going to be. Who your championship, who do you think what do you think the matchup will be for the championship? What do you think your Final Four will be? And all that stuff. So thank you for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out. And yeah, let the madness begin.